I was just trying not to skirt my responsibility as, pilot.
All right, your controls.
All right.
I mean, part of this is figuring out the pattern for yourself too, right? Like figuring out, hey, I was a little too close that time. I was a little too far the last time, So when we're flying this, I want you to be picking stuff and be like, okay, I'm flying to this. This is when I start my base. This is when I start my final turn, Doing good, man.
CH231 Tango Papa, contact departure, safe flight.
Over departure, 1 Tango Papa, appreciate it.
Tango Papa. Ooh, we're real high.
There you go.
November 423, runway 31, clear touch and go.
Runway 31, touch and go, clear touch and go, 423.
So after you put your flaps in, since this one has a weird delay, just double check to make sure what you're at.
Okay. Yeah, it's like I'm definitely...
You're at 20, okay?
Yeah.
No, you're good. That way you know you don't have to add any on base, right? Because you're already there. And that means right now you could pull some power, right? So we could sync, because we're at 16.
Yeah.
This is a time where I would want you to check your altimeter to make sure that we're actually coming down, right? We got a lot to lose, so I'd pull even more power out.
Okay.
There we go.
And you're just mostly, you're just
I'm
looking and going, we feel high.
Well, no, I see 1,500 and the ground is 17 and we're maybe half a mile out.
Okay. So you're running some numbers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So we're...
Yeah, I guess sometimes I do it just not even...
Oh, overshot it. Look at that.
Yep. So I'd go idle here, right? We're at 13. Ground is 7, so we're...
Got a lot to
600,
lose.
yeah. And we could fix this. We're totally fine. But you're going to pitch down until you get back on your glide, and then you go back to level for like a second. Yeah. There you go. This is actually looking really good if you just keep it down like this. As you get closer, same thing. Your numbers are getting closer. The numbers are getting big. Right over the numbers, you're going to start looking out. And then start gauging when you're going to add that back pressure, right?
Okay.
There you go. A little more. Okay, we ballooned a little bit. Back pressure, back pressure, back pressure.
A little firm.
Yeah. I got your flaps. Flaps are good.
Okay, so we ballooned.
Yep. So in that instance, that's the one where you want to a little bit nose down to recatch some of that airspeed so we don't just kind of plop it down. Because if you keep the flare or if you keep the back pressure in when we're a balloon like this and we don't have airspeed to actually bring us down, we're just going to come back right down on like how we did it right now.
Is that probably the cause of that?
Yep.
A firmer landing? Okay.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay.
So you want to, and it has to be kind of instant. As soon as you feel like, oh, we ballooned, nose down a little bit, or alleviate some of your back pressure to regain some of that airspeed.
Okay.
And then slowly, gradually put it back in.
Okay. I think distinguishing between a balloon and, I mean, I could tell there we ballooned, like, but like when it's coming on, like determining that faster, like.
Yeah.
That's actually why I asked you about the clutch the other night, or driving a stick, is I felt like when we came into land the other night, I was like, okay, I kind of felt like I was starting to feel a little bit of that like where that spot's at before you balloon.
It's like weird, you know, and usually we balloon more when we have more flaps. That's why we want to try to be at 30, and it's all about managing airspeed in that sense. So like that one, because we had to push the nose down all the way through until the very end, we had a lot of speed. So the second you pulled up on it, we were going to balloon. Okay. I knew that instantly, but you had to let it come down. Because remember, we don't have to land at the start of the runway. We can land all the way over here if we want. You know, there's no rush. Right now, we're just trying to learn the fundamentals of just getting it down.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. Other thing is we've been starting 1600, and then when you put your flaps and everything, we balloon up to 17, and then we're trying to catch it all the way down. So once you get 17, don't lose it. So we're starting about 16 again.
927 Charlie, Executive Tower, wind 01010, runway 31, clear for takeoff, left turn to the south.
There it is.
31, clear for takeoff, left turn approved, 27 Charlie.
November 423, runway 31, clear touch and go.
Runway 31, clear touch and go, 423.
All right, so really monitor that airspeed like a hawk, right? So pull some of that power out because you're going to balloon.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Right on. Okay.
Now look at that, we're at 17, but we want to be descending right now, right? So let the nose come down a little bit and pull some of that power out. Let her come down our own. There we go. Now we're descending, right? You've got about 1,600 RPMs. We check it with the vertical speed. We're losing about 200-300 feet. There it is, 400 feet per minute. Okay. Now we're stable, right?
Okay, yeah, I've been kind of missing that.
Yeah, so that way when you get to final, you don't have to worry about, oh, I'm so high, I'm so low, everything's right? So we're turning base, give it another 10. There you go. Cool.
Yeah.
Good, we're at about 14 now. This looks a lot better. Pull a little bit of that power out.
Okay. Yeah.
And then you gauge when you turn final, and then you give your last 10, okay?
Okay. Go ahead and start a slow turn to final.
There you go. And we're at about 13, which is better.
Probably maybe still a little high.
Yeah, you could pull a little bit more of that power out.
600 feet off.
Yeah.
Okay. Feels like we're high.
We're not too bad.
Not too bad.
Yeah, we're maybe like 100 feet high if we had the VASI. Are you idle already or not yet?
I am actually idle.
Okay.
A little scratchy.
There we go. All right, we just keep it coming, keep it coming. There's the numbers. You're going to look straight out.
Okay.
And then just gauge how much back pressure you got to give it. And let her come down at the same time, but just add back pressure as she's coming down. Yep, there you go. Left rudder a little bit. There it is, man.
All right.
That one was good. The only thing is we put that left rudder in too late.
Okay.
You saw how when you added it, we just straightened out perfectly?
Yeah.
Put that in early, so that way we don't land on one tire.
Okay. Gotcha.
But good.
I think it's helped too. That time I was less occupied with trying to land early. I think I've been concerned with like
with
landing.
where you're going to put it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, worst case scenario, we land all the way over here and we just taxi back and we do it again.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, yeah.
It's not going to be the end of the world. We might look a little silly, but we're doing this to learn, right? We're not doing this.
Yeah.
We're not in a competition or nothing.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
That one was good. The only thing was we needed that left rudder a little earlier. I was hoping that you'd catch it on your own, but that's why I gave it to you at the end.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, as soon as you see that nose not lined up with that center line, if you need right or if you need left, just give it to it.
Okay.
Everything else was good. So on this one, I really want you to lock in on your altitude, right? So get to 1700, start pulling some speed, start slowing yourself down prematurely before the numbers even get there. So that way, when you pull carpet, pull power back, put 10, you don't start to balloon and you just start coming down rather than going up and then trying to catch it on the base, trying to catch it on the final.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I do feel like that was a big help, like having that in a good spot.
We got to get ahead of the plane, right? We got to get ahead of what we need to do.
Yeah, for sure.
This looks good. We're about 1700 now. So just prematurely, just start getting ready because you know you're gonna have to configure here in a second. So start slowing yourself down a little bit. And if you need to pull a little bit of power out and then just using your pitch to hold the 17, you can. Here's good. You're right underneath 100. So as soon as you pull that carb in and pull a little bit of that power back, you're not gonna go up. You're gonna go down, right? This is looking real good. Good job. Let's grease this sucker, okay?
Yeah, all right. You got it. Should be easy.
Yeah. It will be. I'm telling you, man, this is the hardest thing that you'll ever have to learn. After this, it's smooth sailing.
I like it a lot. Like, I mean, I like this part. I just want to, I know it'll get better.
I know. Trust me. And honestly, I have others that are not picking it up as this quick.
Yeah.
Like 30, 40 hours. So you're way faster than you think you are.
Power back. 10 degrees.
Give you a little bit more. There you go.
All right.
Now do your checks, right? So are we descending?
We are now. I'm trying to get into a little more.
There you go.
Yeah. So I probably could have started a little fast going in. Yeah, but
could have pulled a little bit more power before we put those 10, right? Because we came up a little bit.
Yeah.
Just anticipate it because we know that those flaps increase our lift too.
I definitely felt it. Like, yeah, like
come
you said,
up, right?
flaps go in. Yeah. Okay. He hasn't cleared us yet.
Let's see. You keep doing it. You keep doing your thing. I'll do the comms if she comes on.
Okay.
Executive Tower, have you cleared 423 to land?
November 423, runway 31, clear touch and go.
31, clear touch and go. 423, thank you. We went black for a second. I don't want to make her feel that like it was her. I think it was us, just the quietness.
Yeah.
Cool. This looks good, dude. You're 400 feet off the ground, on glide. Right here, you'd probably have 2 whites over red. This is perfect right here. We're nice and slow. We're about 80, how we want it. Just don't lose it. So we're getting a little close to those numbers, so pull a little of that power out. Yeah, keep that consistent descent. You see how the numbers are like right on our nose now?
Yeah.
There you go. This looks good. And as we start getting closer to the ground, you start looking up and you start just applying that back pressure nice and easy to try and be as gentle to the floor. There you go. You're right on center line. A little nose down. There you go. You absolutely greased it on that one. But you saw how you were flaring a little too high? Like we had a little back pressure too high and you heard the stall horn?
Uh-huh.
So that's why you had to put the nose down a little bit and then we recaught it.
Okay.
Everything was good there. I mean, the landing was perfect. That was as soft as it got. That's the softest one you've probably done. The only thing, we started our flare a little too early.
Okay, gotcha, yeah.
I'm trying to think of a way to put it, like the best way, but essentially you know we're coming down because you put the plane in a descent, right? The plane's coming down nice and easy. Your job is to try and catch it at the right time to not let it crash into the ground. So like the back pressure is the only thing, it's like a string pulling on it that's going to keep it from just plopping down, and you just start increasing it as you're getting closer to the ground. But you also can't do it too much because if you pull it out, you're going to pull it out of that constant descent where it just comes back up with the balloon.
Yeah.
So it's very hard. Like I don't think there's even an analogy or like anything out there for like what you're trying to do.
4 Charlie Tango, executive ground, runway 31, taxi to Alpha.
Do you feel like it's, so at some point it's like once you start doing it, you're kind of just, you're not doing like this and that you want to kind of get a slow, steady.
Exactly.
You want to find your kind of.
Your groove, yeah. It shouldn't feel like, there should never be a point like, it's because that's the thing, the movies messed everybody up, dude. Everybody thinks that we're going to be like whipping it and back and forth, and it's not like that at all. Everything that we do in this, even our turns and everything, should be nice and smooth and slow. It should just be like small corrections, you know? The really experienced people, they fly with 2 fingers and they're just going like nice and easy, you know? If they need a bad back pressure, then they'll use both hands or whatever, but, you know? And I want you to also think about how much power, like our RPMs, like how much we can really glide in this sucker. I I think on the next one I'm going to show you something. Okay, have I showed you a power off 180 on how those work?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to show you something.
Okay.
On the next one, I'm going to let you land and then I'm going to show you something. Just so you could see how much the power we really don't need it at all. I just like to show this so that way you know, like, oh, I'm at 2,000 RPMs.
November 423, runway 31, clear touch and go.
3-1, clear touch and go, 423. Ah, shoot, I didn't pull power out.
You're good?
Oh, I didn't do flaps yet, never mind.
Yeah, you're fine. Nice. Now, Gage, are you descending?
Nope.
All right, there you go. So now that you're descending a little quicker, we're actually descending when we want to be, you probably want to turn a little earlier for that base, right?
Okay, yeah. Makes sense.
Because before we were extending out, so it was okay to be high, but like here, we're already at 14, you still haven't turned final, which is good. You don't have to rush it, you can still do it. But now when you turn final, you're likely going to be on
543, Air Parish, looking to taxi up to the North Maintenance hangars.
November 35543, executive ground, taxi to Alpha.
Taxi to Alpha 543.
There you go. This is looking good, man. Really good. So you're about 500 feet off the ground right now, and you're on short final. This is exactly how it should be. Lock this into your memory. Replay the video. This is exactly how it should look when we're coming into land right here.
Okay. I feel like before the last couple of landings, I was coming in. Well,
high.
I guess it goes without saying, yeah. But yeah, definitely.
This looks really good. Just keep it coming. Just keep it down. And remember, I don't care where you put it down. Just make it soft, okay?
Okay.
Let it come down the same descent path that you're going, just that right before it's about to touchdown or getting closer to touchdown, you start applying that back pressure. And don't do it too high because we'll balloon, right?
Yeah.
Look at that, dude. Good job.
Sweet.
That one feel good?
Laps up. Oh yeah, felt good.
Cool.
Felt good. Could have been a little more on center line. Probably,
Yep.
probably plenty of nitpicks.
And we
but-
kind of landed left tire first.
Yeah, I felt that too.
We just needed to bring the wings level a little bit.
Okay. But yeah, all told, that felt a lot better. And my man, we had a session I think it was a couple of Saturdays ago, and I left going, man, I just feel like we had like one good landing in 10.
You're good. We've gotten like 3 good ones already, man. Maybe
Yeah.
4. All right, I'm going to show you something, okay? Just so you can understand. It's for the principle more so, for the RPMs. All right, my controls.
Your controls?
Executive tower for 423. Can I make this one a short approach?
November 423, short approach approved, runway 31, clear touch and go.
Short approach approved. 3-1 clear touch and go 423. All right, so what I'm going to show you, this is a commercial maneuver. And the reason why we do this commercial maneuver is to show that we know what understanding the winds and the aerodynamics of the plane, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to the numbers, and instead of getting configured, I'm going to pull carbine and power to idle, and I'm going to land it
Okay.
without touching any of the power or anything. Because what I want you to understand is this power is great. It's going to help us descend, but when we have it in, it's really making us balloon or not. So we really got to find, sometimes when you pull out, you're not pulling out enough. You're going to like 2,000, and that's where we're not getting the descent rate. We got to pull more and more and more. I just want to show you that you're able to just, even without the power, we're able to land this plane perfectly fine.
405 Charlie Alpha.
So I'm going to try my best not to cheat, so I'm a little far from it, so I'm going to get a little closer. As soon as I hit the numbers, or I see the numbers, that's when the maneuver starts.
Okay. Power off 180?
Yep, that's what it's called, yep. So I'm at 1700.
Inner left base for runway 31.
Inner left base for 31, 405 Charlie Alpha.
So I'm right on the money, about 100 miles per hour, 1700
Executive Tower 354 Charlie Tango, ready at 31 for South VFR departure, student pilot
Here's the
below.
number, car B comes out.
354 Charlie Tango, executive tower, hold short.
And I'm going to kind of put some trim in and give myself some time, right?
Holding short, runway 31, 354 Charlie Tango.
Haven't lost much. I'm barely turning base. And since I said the numbers, I'm going to aim for the numbers. For the commercial maneuver to actually work, you have to actually hit the mark. So I'm going to try my best to hit it. I might not. I haven't done one of these in a long time. But just look at this glide path. I'm at 1200 and I haven't turned final yet. I haven't touched any power. I haven't even touched any flaps. So here in a second, I'm going to dump the flaps. I'm pushing the nose down and I'm dumping those flaps all the way down. Make sure I'm all the way idle. I'm pushing that nose down. There's that 3-1. So since I'm hitting the numbers, I'm going to flare pretty much when I start with this runway threshold. So I hold it right here. And I just let her come down on her own, right?
Oh, right on the money.
Oh, I bounced it a little bit. Nose wheel came first. But yeah. So you saw, like, I really don't need any power. So this one, when you do this one, your controls.
My controls?
Carb feeds in, pops are up. I really don't need any power, so every time you think, like, okay, I'm going to get 10 degrees, let me pull a little bit more than what I actually think I need. Because you don't need the power, and then use the power to correct for your altitude.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So,
Okay, 254
Makes sense.
Charlie Tango, wind 04009.
And that's, that was fun.
Clear for takeoff, left turn to
You'll
the
get there. I promise you.
you were on the money
Clear
with
for
the...
takeoff, runway
with the numbers?
31,
Spot, yeah.
left turn to
I had to,
south, 354 Charlie
I
Tango.
messed up. I turned early on the final. If I would extend it out a little bit, I wouldn't have had to push the nose down as much like how I did.
Uh-huh. When you hit like all flaps and then you
And
kept
then
the
push the nose down. Yep. There's also slip. There's a bunch of ways to do it.
And that's basically a maneuver so you can descend quickly without your airspeed going too high.
The purpose of the Power Off 180 is to show that you understand the aerodynamics of the plane.
Okay.
So you know that when you turn, you lose that vertical component of lift, so you're going to sink in your turns. So usually what people do is they aim right for the numbers as soon as they cut the power, and then they could slip it, they could dump the flaps, they could do a lot of things, because that when you're high, you're going to lose that altitude fast, and then you can adjust and say, okay, I got...
November 423, would you like another short approach?
We'll be back to normal landings, or normal touch and goes 423.
November 423, roger, runway 31, clear touch and go.
3-1, clear touch and go, 423, thank you.
But it's more so to understand that you know what the winds are doing. There's no wind today, so I knew I was going to have to put in full flaps, because if I would have just came in like the way I was going, I was going to just end up all the way over here if I didn't put those flaps, because I need that drag today.
21 Sierra Airport, we have departure, fly runway heading. Expect radar vectors to the Kuso 1 departure, failure transition, direct.
But I just like to show you guys that, to show you that it's possible to land it with just
You didn't even touch the,
I didn't touch the power at all. I was at idle the whole time.
Squawk 0540.
Hello.
Because you could use your pitch to correct for it.
Didn't go, and so,
There you go.
but I've done even, well, yes.
Yeah, you're fine. We're a little low, so I start my base a little earlier.
Okay.
There you go. Because we're about 1400.
405 Charlie Alpha, you want us at 360 for spacing?
Archer 405 Charlie Alpha, negative, you can continue in, runway 31, clear to land.
31 clear to land, 405 Charlie Alpha.
Where the hell is this guy?
Well,
good.
I'm wondering.
I'll find him. There you go.
405 Charlie Alpha, could we get touch goes for 31?
This looks good, man. Again, you're on the money right here. You're about
Archer
500 feet on the ground, 400 feet on
runway
the ground.
31, clear touch and go, and on the go, make left traffic.
31 clear, touch to go, and on the go, left traffic,
I don't care
405
where
Charlie
you put
Alpha,
it,
thank you.
just make it soft, okay?
CZ 12 Tango Whiskey, runway 31, taxi V Alpha.
Nope, you're in ground effect. There it is, man. Good job.
Right.
You feel good about that one?
Yeah, I
I
feel
feel
pretty
really good about
yeah,
that one.
Yeah. I like I said, there's a lot of like details that I don't know about, but that felt good to me. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like the whole time I'm like white knuckle focus, which
Yeah.
is awesome. I love that. But and it's like you land, it's like all right, take a breath.
The only thing,
Archer,
I always have something, I'm sorry.
No, please, please.
It's- you know how we didn't hear two squeaks?
Fly runway heading.
We just heard one at all once.
You gotta one wheel it?
You not one wheeled it. You just landed kind of flat.
Oh,
They were just like quick, right?
Yeah.
We want the mains to touch and then the nose to come down nice and easy, right?
I think I was so concerned with over flaring.
Over flaring, yeah. So
Yeah.
everything was there, just maybe like a hair, you know, just a little bit more, just to keep that nose wheel a little higher.
Okay. Yeah, now that you mention it, I can hear it. Boom.
It was just boom, yeah.
Yeah.
Usually when you hear like eek, eek, it's like two, like pretty in unison, you know.
Yeah.
But that means you had enough time where we didn't completely like just land on all three. That was good, man. Honestly, we've gotten like 4 or 5. This is a lot. We've got an improvement as it is. We're doing good.
Yeah. This is what I want. I just want to be inching toward it, you know?
Yeah, no, and we're getting there. I promise you. The only thing is our altitude again. Remember that the best one that you've done is when we've been on our altitude on the money, right? So fix it right now. You're at 1800.
Yeah.
Yep. Set yourself up so that way all you have to worry about when you get to the numbers is pulling the carbine and dumping those flaps.
4265 Quebec, executive ground, runway 31, taxi B Alpha.
Is that us?
No,
Okay.
it's for
Oh,
Quebec.
taxi B Alpha.
Yeah. Let's get 3 more. This one and 2 more.
Skyhawk 423, runway 31, clear touch and go.
3-1, clear touch and go. 423.
Yeah. 405 Charlie Alpha requesting a full stop and short approach.
Archer 405 Charlie Alpha, continue upwind, I'll call you crosswind.
Continue upwind, you call crosswind 405 Charlie Alpha.
It's good, man. We're doing good. Yeah, honestly, the pattern is my favorite thing.
Archer 450 Charlie
Even as an
Alpha,
instructor,
executive ground,
all the way through my
runway
training, I
31,
love the
taxi B
pattern.
Alpha.
I've been digging it. Like, honestly.
Enjoy it, man, because you might not
Archer
get many days
405
like
Charlie
this.
Alpha, you
Yeah.
can start your base turn.
It's
Correction
freaking
your
Windsor.
crosswind turn, sorry about that.
So,
Alright, we'll start the
we're
crosswind
15 and
405
we're
Charlie
on
Alpha.
base. Usually we've been doing about 13, right?
Okay, yeah.
Pull some power. Let her come down. There we go. We're getting on it now. There's about 13 now and some change.
Let's start my turn in. Slowly. Bless you.
Thank you. We're at 30. There you go. You're back on glide. We're a little high still, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
Okay.
We're 500 feet off the ground. We're good. If we're 500 feet before we get to that, we're going to fix it. If we're at 500
Archer
feet when we're there,
405 Charlie
we can't fix it.
Alpha, short approach approved.
We're at 300 feet now.
101009, runway
Good.
31, clear to land.
Short approach for 31 clear land 405 Charlie Alpha.
Oh, look how high we are.
Yeah, we're 200 feet off the ground.
All right.
There you go. Good job.
A little left to the center there.
A left rudder, tiny bit. There you go. Okay.
I did the same. I did kind of all three at once.
All at once, yeah. But it's okay. You found ground effect. You saw how you just gave it back and you just held it instead of letting it come down.
Yeah.
You found it. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you just force it down, we're gonna kind of come in hard. But when you ballooned, you just let it come down a little bit. We just stayed there for a while, right?
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you need the whole runway, I don't care where you land, dude. This one's the longest runway we got. It's like 7,000 feet. We could put it down pretty much right here, and we could probably still take off. Good job.
Sirius 812 Tango Whiskey,
Get 2
executive
more.
tower, hold
Right.
short, runway 31.
Maybe 3 more. We'll see.
Feeling good.
Yeah, yeah. Are you feeling accomplished now? Like we're working it?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Good. Me too, because I haven't touched the controls. That's my biggest thing. I don't want to be having to fix it for you. The second you start fixing it, it's all going to start clicking, right? Like, oh shit, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have not touched the controls at all. I've told you a little left rudder, a little right rudder here, but I've not touched anything.
I have no doubt that I have plenty of bad landings left in me, but
Oh yeah,
I do feel like stuff's starting to gel a little bit, you know.
Oh yeah. We're gonna get it, man. Trust me. And then there's gonna be a day where you grease it for like a week straight. I'm serious. It just happens. Like there's like this phase of training where like you're like, oh shit, like I've been doing it. Oh, and it just all like, and I don't know. Like everybody goes through it. For me, it happened during my instrument, which
Really?
is weird. Like I knew how to land. I knew how to do everything, but my landings were not beautiful. But I knew how to land. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then when I was doing instrument, I was like, huh, okay. And it just all clicked, and all of a sudden, all my landings were perfect from there on out.
Became one with the plane.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
And then I got to instructor, and they're like, okay, now you got to do it from the right seat. And I turned back into like a day one student.
Oh, that would be weird. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
that would be
your
really
whole
weird.
perception, everything just goes through. I don't think I could fly from the left seat right
Master
now.
tug, executive ground, proceed north on Alpha.
I don't know, maybe.
That's really interesting.
I mean, I get us on the ground, but I don't know.
November 423, extend your downwind, I'll call you base.
All right, we'll extend our downwind, wait for you to call base, 423.
There you go. So we added, there you go. You were just when you thought you got it figured out.
I know.
Now we got to change our everything, right?
Right.
I'm not going to tell you anything. I just want you to put us down, okay?
All right.
You got this.
Archer 405, Charlie Alpha, right on Bravo 1 to Bravo, cross 35, Alpha 4, Alpha Park.
Radar Bravo, right on Bravo 1, Radar Bravo, cross 35 to Alpha 5 Alpha parking, 435 Charlie Alpha.
November 812 Tango Whiskey, wind 02010, runway 31, clear for takeoff.
Clear to takeoff, 31, 812 Tango Whiskey.
You've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
November
7, 8.
423,
9 landings and I've
your
done one.
discretion, runway 31, clear touch and go.
Base our discretion.
All right, base our discretion, 31, clear for touch and go, 423. Go ahead and...
I hate when they do that. When they extend us and they're like, you can do whatever you want now.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, you're the one who put me here.
And the whole
Negative
time,
tower, want us to have a
Tell me to turn.
Yeah.
departure.
they're like, we'll call your base. Nah, just kidding, we're going to just tell you to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
1 executive tower of the Sears departing,
Because they assume
31.
liability and they tell you to turn.
Yeah.
Like legally.
Okay, everyone, I do have that
That's
traffic.
what they tell you. That.
Really?
Yeah. They'll be like, I recommend a heading of blah 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 blah. It's because they don't want to be in trouble if.
Oh, right.
When you can, behind them, you clear for takeoff from the pad northeast,
okay, I
wind
checked, there's nobody around
01009.
Okay.
Okay, clear for takeoff behind that traffic, Air 1 on the go.
Yeah, these people. I mean, I get it though. Their job is so stressful.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was thinking about that the other night, even a simple thing like you asking the guy about the no-fly or whatever it was, the
TFR?
Tower,
Yeah.
November 450
You know, he
Charlie
could be
Alpha,
held
ready for
responsible
takeoff,
for
runway
something
31.
like that. And that's not even something he's planning on for the night. He's got 100 other things going on.
Archer 450,
Yeah, last night we
Charlie
didn't get
Alpha,
cleared into the
executive tower,
Bravo,
hold
but he
short,
gave us a
runway
heading and an
31,
altitude to
release.
fly. So I said, okay, I'm gonna fly what he tells
Holding
me.
short 31, 450 Charlie Alpha.
All right, feel a little high.
You're good. What's our altitude?
We're about 500.
300 feet off the ground.
Tower, can we go over to departure for 812 Tango Whiskey?
November 812 Tango Whiskey, contact departure.
Over to departure.
Let's grease it, dude. You got it. There you go. You're in ground effect now. You feel that?
Yeah.
November 12796, executive ground. Where did you say you wanted your flight following to?
There you go, dude. Left touch down a little bit first. That tells
Yeah.
me that your yoke was a little bit to the left.
Okay.
You needed a little more right.
Okay.
But it's okay. It was a safe landing.
Gotcha. No, I definitely felt that too. I think that's funny because I was watching that.
12796, executive ground, has you loud and clear.
I was watching that clip of the landing, both of the landings that really gusty day, and I'm like, the ailerons, I'm like,
The whole way through,
the
right?
whole way, like nuts with them, and like now today I'm like, not
November
even-
796, altitude again.
Yeah, on those days we went, I think we did 10 degrees, right?
yeah,
Departure 450 Charlie Alpha, wind 01009.
And it took us, like, almost the entire runway.
Clear for
yeah,
takeoff.
it was a
But if we would have gone 30 and we get one of those bad pushes, we don't have the speed to do anything.
You even said, I think you said, like, let's try 20. And we did 20, and then you're like, actually, I'm going to bump it back to 10.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good. Yeah. Because the slower the plane gets, the less control we have over it.
Yeah.
And I'm scared of like just getting a bad gust.
VFR at or below 2000. Departure frequency
that was the day for him too, man.
125.2. Squawk 5.
That was a day for like crazy gusts.
Oh yeah. I'm glad I got you up there so you could see what it feels like.
Yeah.
Because believe me, you're gonna get to that point. It's required.
796, read back correct. Runway
On your check right day,
Alpha.
I'm gonna try my best to not send you guys, because these guys suck. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, this is not like, I know they're my employer and everything, but the guy that schedules our check rides, he's not a pilot. He doesn't know how bad this weather could make or break an exam.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
they're more concerned about making $1, right? And I don't give a crap about that. I want you guys to pass. So if I see that the weather's bad, I'm gonna just give you.
Runway 31, clear touch and go.
3-1, clear touch and go, 423.
If it's gusting or if it's windy, I wanted a day like this for your exam. A day that it's nice and calm where you can just manipulate the plane.
Yeah.
Because right now the winds are calm and we're still kind of landing a little bit, like left wing is down or up a little bit, you know, like stuff like that.
Short runway 31.
And we're going to fix it. Right now we're figuring out ground effect and our touchdown point.
Departure 450 Charlie Alpha, contact departure, safe flight.
Contact departure, thank you. 450 Charlie Alpha.
Good job, man. You're at 17, you dumped the flaps.
Now 12796, total show.
You haven't gained anything good. You're gaining a little bit now. Let that nose come down. There you go. Awesome.
November 4265 Quebec, Executive Tower. Hold short, runway 31 for landing traffic.
Holding short, runway 31 for traffic.
You're going to watch these later today, you're going to be so proud of yourself. I'm serious.
November 12796 Executive Tower, hold short, runway 31 at Alpha 2.
Show 31 F2, 12796.
You're going to realize that I'm just like this the whole time with my hands on my lap trying to stay warm and I'm not touching anything. You're like, oh man, that's all me.
That's actually hard for me to believe, so. Yeah.
I'm serious. I know that time you're like, no, you help me on that one. I'm like, okay, well, this time I'm not going to touch anything. So you can see that sometimes I hover and I'll have my hand on it just being ready, but you know, I'm not really doing much.
Yeah, and I could, you know, but I just, yeah.
You're good.
When you do 4 bad landings and you get 1 good, you go, man, somebody intervene.
I got you. We're on the money, right?
Yeah.
We're 300 feet off the ground. We haven't crossed the road. We're good here. This is nice. We got one more after this one.
All right.
I didn't realize it's already going to be 9:30.
Oh,
I've been
yeah.
so locked in with you. I'm just glad we're getting this. I'm telling you, man. Oh, we'll talk about it in Upland. Look at this guy. I'm going to take off from here.
November 796, what direction are you headed?
There you go.
Northbound, actually give me a 090 heading, 12796.
That's your best one yet, dude. We're off center line, but it's okay. You greased it. Like, that's how it should feel. You felt like how the mains touched down, and nothing slammed after that. And we just kind of, we landed a little crooked, but everything was good. That was your best one right there.
November 4265 Quebec, wind 03007.
When you get a chance, let her know that this won't be a full stop.
Okay.
Runway 31, clear for takeoff, left turn now, 65 Quebec.
Should I proceed with the Executive Tower, blah, blah, blah? Okay.
Yeah, Executive Tower, 423, we'd like to make this one a full stop.
Okay. Executive Tower, Skyhawk 46423, we'd like to make this one a full stop. Next one a full
Roger.
stop.
Just so she knows, just give her a heads up. We don't really gotta do that, but I've got in the habit of it because of Bob.
I'm sure
Bob will get pissed off if you tell him like later on. He'll be like, you gotta let me know so I can plan for it. Or he'll say something, you know? And it makes sense, but she has no planes down there. She only has Quebec. Quebec's leaving, so it's only us. Well, she's got 2 planes, but by the time we turn down one and everything, they're gonna be gone.
Yeah. But it you know, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Just let's not give them a reason to be mad.
Yeah.
We're having fun up here. They're sitting in a desk just watching us, you know? We get to do this.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's why she hit me with the homie, too. It's just probably like, man, it's Saturday morning. It's 19 degrees out.
Yeah.
Freaking working.
Hope she's got a hot cup of coffee or something in there.
I'm sure they do. Probably some donuts, muffins, whatever.
Yeah.
That's what one of my first instructors would say is like, I bet you my life, the guy has like a bag of Doritos, and every time he's just late to give us calls, he's just eating.
He's got to swallow. He's got to chew it up.
He's just chewing and like hanging
Executive
out.
Tower, Archer 686 Charlie Alpha, 9 miles south with information Mike, inbound for touch and goes.
Archer 686
All right,
Charlie
man.
Alpha,
Give me another one like that we just did,
0446.
but I want you to stay on center line.
0446.
All right.
That's the only thing we're missing now. Just center line and the wings
November
level.
12796, wind 02009, runway 31 at Alpha 2, clear for takeoff.
1 Alpha 2, clear for takeoff, 12796.
What I was going to tell you is like,
November 423, runway 31, clear to land.
Runway 31, clear to land. 423.
I was going to have to say,
Archer 686
out of
Charlie
everybody that I've met at the school,
base for runway 31.
roughly the people that are figuring out how to
Base
land
for runway
are close to 30 to
31,
40 hours.
686 Charlie Alpha.
Really?
Majority.
Wow.
So it might feel frustrating. You're like, man, I'm not getting this. But dude, you're so ahead of the curve right now.
Really?
Yes. So don't feel, and it might be a personal thing, just like how you carry yourself as a person. Like you're like, man, I'm not getting what I want. What do I got to do? But this is, like I said, this is the hardest thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Landing.
No, it's good to know. I don't know. I've wondered that.
When you open up the PHAC, the Pilot's Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge, one of like the first chapter says 40-something% of all accidents happening on landing, and the other 40 it's like 45 and 45. 45 happen on landing and 45 happen on takeoff. The other, no accidents really happen in the air. So that just tells you all you need to know, right? Like all the bad stuff that could possibly happen is right now, and that's why it's so hard.
November 12796, right turn to at least 090 and contact departure, safe flight.
Turn 090, 12796, yep.
And don't worry about where you're putting it. Just put it down nice and soft on center line.
Okay.
Do it. Let's get a good one. This one's for the Facebook. You can show everybody you know how to land. Or I don't even know if you do social media, or just for the wife.
There
Get
you
some
go.
brownie points at home.
That's right.
Like if Ricky goes unconscious, loses his head or something, I got us.
Please don't do that, though.
No, I'll try my best, but I don't know.
Some things are out of our control. Yeah.
Have a heart attack or something? I don't know.
I tend to land left of center line, I've noticed.
There you go.
Kind of high. Very high.
There you go. Not super high. You're okay. You're okay. Pulling a little bit. There you go. Just let her come down on her own. There it is, dude. Good job.
All right.
Good. That was good.
Cool.
All right. We'll leave the carpet in. We'll do our after landing checklist when we get off.
Okay.
And she's probably going to tell us Bravo, what is that, Bravo 1? And I can't see from here.
Looks like Bravo 1, yeah.
Yeah. So she'll probably say, get off on Bravo 1. Be ready, because it's going to be a mouthful. We can get off if she doesn't say it.
Okay.
But you can get off on taxiways, you just can't taxi on runways.
Okay. Yeah.
November 423, right on Bravo 1, Charlie, cross 35, Alpha 5, Alpha to park.
Exiting Bravo 1, across Charlie, Alpha 1.
I got you. Bravo 1 to Charlie, cross 35, Alpha 5, Alpha to park, 423. So here's Bravo 1 to Charlie. Charlie's that way.
Okay.
We'll actually stop on this side of the, once we get off the runway. Okay. Keep going, get across that solid line, the whole plane. And we'll do our after landing checklist. Okay.
Yeah, I thought I had that, and as soon as I started, I was like, oh my God.
This one's the only tricky one because we're crossing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy. Flaps up. Carb heat off. Trim for takeoff. Pretty well there.
Awesome. We're good.
Fired. Okay.
Good, man. This is a good flight.
It was good.
You feel
It was
good?
good. Yeah, yeah, totally.